I'm really excited now that we've got one under our belt. We know what we're doing. We know
the power.
We know how powerful the retreat is. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing who comes next.
Yeah, me too. It's been 2 weeks nearly since the end of our retreat, our first Find Your Magic retreat here in Crete. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really happy. It was, I knew that it was going to be special, but it just exceeded any of my kind of expectations. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and it's something that we remember. We shared quite a lot throughout the retreat, even after the first day, how surprised is the wrong word, but how amazed we were at how amazing it was going. And we'll touch on that in a moment, I think. But yeah, also now, like, after like a week at least of kind of being at home and doing other things and having to like be back in life. Now we've been looking at retreats for next year. We've been really kind of reconnecting with the retreat, and I also feel really thankful, happy, excited for the future. Thankful to the group that was there, to the people, the courageous people that showed up and dived into the retreat. Yeah.
So should we talk a little bit about how we were feeling in the lead up to it, and then how it unfolded for us, and what was so special about it?
Yeah. So in the lead up to the retreat, I was definitely feeling this kind of curiosity. There was also a slight nervousness because it's the first time we've put together this program. And it was, really, we were really following our intuition, our gut, our soul, let's say, our energy as to what bits to bring together for the retreat, what activities, what workshops, what excursions, what people to bring in, like Gita for the food, or Ledina for the assisting. And there was always definitely that bit of nervousness of like, how is this going to come together? Because it's lived here and in our kind of imagination for so long. And then to see it really manifest and create itself in a way that was even better than we had hoped and expected. Like the energy of it, the feeling of it, the joy, the fun, the ease of it, that blew me away, of how much flow and magic was in the retreat, of the stories, the people that came together, of every single element, because of the love we poured into it and the love that everyone poured into it. It just felt like it was just constantly elevated and elevated and elevated and elevated as an experience. Yeah.
I don't think I wasn't feeling nervous. I was feeling more excited about it, because like I said, I knew it was going to be special. And I think the fact that we did kind of one-to-one calls with everybody before they landed, and then we did a group call before they arrived. When they did actually, the day that they did actually all arrive and come together, it felt like we already knew each other, and that was, you could really see the benefit of having done those calls prior to everyone arriving.
Yeah.
We had the welcome dinner. It was very easy. It was just, like you said, there was just an ease from the get-go with everybody. Everyone just felt totally relaxed. The first morning, the Saturday morning, we went off and did the sunrise. Then we went for the lake swim, and that was just such an amazing way to start the whole week. I think everybody really appreciated that. I think, but for me, there were so many things about the retreat that I just loved. The thing that really jumps out for me is the fact that everyone came with an openness and a willingness to try everything and to push themselves. We had somebody who didn't like cold water that went into the cold water and even, did it more than once. They did the cold water at Kinyakti in the river, and then they did the waterfall, and, just stories like that of people just saying yes to everything. The workshops that you created, I just thought were incredible. It was, seeing you at work was really heartwarming, just to see you in your flow as well, and to see how the people were responding to you and to the work that you put together was, again, just another kind of confirmation that, we were doing the right thing. I think we were blessed by the people that came.
Yeah.
There was no drama. It was just ease. It was just ease. It was
lovely
just
people,
love
wasn't it?
and laughter. I think
And
that again,
grown-upness.
yeah, just a group of grown-ups, no drama, just laughter was the one thing that really, again, stood out throughout the week. You would have thought that these people had known each other for years. That's how relaxed and comfortable they were with each other, and also very vulnerable in the workshops that you created. I loved the part 2 workshop where you gave each person, you paired them up and you gave each person 40 minutes or 20 minutes to tell their story to that other person.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
And then they had 20 minutes to kind of talk about it.
No, well, they had 40 minutes on 2 different questions around their life. So it was like their story, then it was how they help others. So 40 minutes in total about one person.
Okay, but I mean, that in itself, the feedback from that was so positive. The fact that people had the opportunity to sit and tell their life story to somebody, we never do that as humans. We rarely do that as humans. We're rarely given the opportunity to do that. And talking about our stories and realising that what rich lives we've led, with all our kind of traumas and triumphs, it's very empowering to do that and to share it with somebody that you don't really know. And to see the commonality between the people. There was some magic in how those people paired up, because there was the common threads of of each other's lives.
What was your favourite part? Do you have a favourite part? Moment?
Bringing people into the waterfall. The waterfall is always the best part, because it is magic. There's no other word for it. We did the walk through the gorge, the stop off on the way where we did the wild swimming. I think people just absolutely loved. It's just magic. It's just beautiful.
And it's such a beautiful way to do it, to see it through new eyes every time, because we're kind of used to it a little bit, doing the waterfall 5-10 times a year and doing that gorge, but experiencing it with new eyes, with new people, is always such a blessing. So magic. Yeah, very profound.
Yeah, and it was, again, on that gorge walk, just seeing how they were supporting each other. Again, these group of strangers that came together, and they were helping people that weren't as fit, let's say, or were struggling with some of the kind of the physical aspects of that gorge walk. It was just seeing the best in people.
And that's really what something that I've learned, or deepened my understanding of through this retreat, is when we talk about magic, we really talk about love and power and our soul. Finding our magic is really reconnecting with our soul and our heart, and that was so obvious, as you say, in the group. There was so much synergy and magic between people, because we were all in this kind of, in our soul. We were all in this soul space, in our magic space. So it was synergistic, and it's such a beautiful example of that, and what actually we can create as human beings and as humanity, when we come from a place of curiosity and openness and wanting to be intimate, but not in a sexual way, intimate in an open, loving, emotional, to use that word, way. And that was a real, wow, that is awesome to see how quickly people can come together. Because after the first 24 hours, it felt like we'd known each other for a week or a month at least. At first 24 hours, I remember time was very strange. It felt like a lot longer, and so over a week, it kind of felt like we've been together for a long time. We really know each other, even though sometimes you don't actually know the people after a week, or at least practical aspects of their life. yeah, so to see, as you say, to see them come together, and also to know that a lot of the magic happened in their interactions, in their conversations that were happening over lunch, dinner, bus rides, whatever we were doing, they were having their moments of connection. I know a lot of magic or understanding or clarity comes from hearing the story of another. So that was also very nice to witness.
Yeah, and again, to introduce people to the island. Some people had been to Crete before, but hadn't experienced many of the things that we did with them. Most of the people had never been to the island before, and I mean, I think it would be fair to say they all fell in love with Crete, the magic of Crete. There is something about this island. There is an energy to this island. I liken it to Ibiza. It has this ineffable kind of energy to it but you really feel it. You feel very kind of, I don't know the best way to describe it. You feel kind of supported. You feel held here. There's a very kind of maternal energy to this island. I think you feel that kind of feminine energy, if you like, of taking care
Potency,
of people, and then you that energy with the epic landscapes. And you know, we went up to the mountain one day, we went swimming in cold water, we did the gorge walk. You know, there's so much beauty on this island, and to actually be able to share that with the people, even in that short space of time that we had, was priceless.
Yeah. My favourite part, I think, was when we did the I am exercise, and connecting them to their magic, and actually vibrationally, but also in words, be able to express that. And we, everyone spent time, we did the meditation, and then everyone spent time refining theirs and starting to write them, and I helped them individually, and then we went round the circle. And it was amazing you could really see in someone, and you could feel in the group when someone was like there in their word and how they voiced it, or if they weren't, if they were just slightly, it was nearly there. And that was a really beautiful moment, because I know from that, being able to really connect to our soul and the kind of the specific quality of our soul in a way, which is what this exercise is about. When you do it and people reflect that back to you, because they feel it, they feel the yes in a way in their bodies when we connect with our soul energy. That was beautiful, really amazing to watch. Yeah, that was really amazing to witness.
What would you say about the fitness sessions that you held on the beach?
I wish there were more. We did 2 in the end, and we 2 on the beach, which I think were great. Everyone had a great time, and it's always amazing to see when people are given the right tools and the right mindset to train, which I offer through my workouts. Which is really, it's always an invitation to actually find the potential in your body, your power, to do it from that, your own connection.
From a place of enjoyment.
Yeah, and from enjoying it and finding pleasure in it. It's just amazing to see what people can actually do in 2 sessions. Even the simple things like, of course, challenging themselves. You can see when someone's really challenging themselves, but not from me forcing them, from them wanting to challenge themselves. But also just their technique, like how in a couple of sessions, someone who's doing here, like a press up like this, and Sandy is kind of, doing it with a nice open chest. It just doesn't take much for people for us to kind of reshape and relearn. So that was really awesome. And there's so much fun anyway.
Yeah.
10, 12 of us on the beach, it's a lot of fun.
What was great about the testimonials that we did at the end on the last day, when we kind of interviewed the participants, hearing them say, when we asked them what they enjoyed the most, many of them were kind of saying, apart
The waterfall.
They weren't, no, apart from the water, but I remember some people saying it was that combination of kind of fitness, really healthy food, the workshops, doing things that they wouldn't ordinarily do. I think that was a real, a bit of a wake up call for some people, that they actually enjoyed eating healthier food.
Yeah.
They enjoyed getting into their body and doing the fitness.
Kickstart.
They enjoyed the sound therapy, the relaxation element of it. And I think, again, just that willingness to try these things was where the magic was, because
Yeah.
that they really did at the end of the week. You know, when we asked them how they were feeling at the beginning and then how they were feeling at the end, you could really hear the journey and hear about the kind of the positive impact on them.
Yeah, I felt like we travelled deep and far in the space of a week. I really did, and I really loved it. Anything else you want to add?
That I'm super excited about 2023, the retreats that we're going to run. We've already confirmed 2 dates, 2 weeks, one from the 26th of May to the 2nd of June. Second one is going to be the 15th of September to the 22nd, I think, of September. And we may do some more, but I'm really excited. Now that we've got one under our belt, we know what we're doing, we know
The power.
we
of
know
it.
how powerful the
Yeah.
retreat is. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing who comes next.
Yeah, me too.